Hi, Ho Silver here to talk about happiness. Last week, I talked about how to be happier through fostering your relationships. And I was thinking about this topic and thinking there's a lot of different ways to do this. First of all, let me set the premise. I am not somebody who can be alone with my mind for a long time. It's not a good neighborhood. It's truly not. So, one of the keys to happiness for me is what's on my list of things on how to be happier, which is to feed my mind only what I want more of. And I was thinking about how I do that. Number one, I always have a book on tape that I'm enjoying. When I focus on these characters who are coming through my ears about things that are upsetting me or people I'm worried about, and it makes me happier. So that's one way to do it. And by the way, it doesn't cost you anything. If you can get a public library card, then they have an app called Libby, Libby, and you can get free books on tape from the library, which are phenomenal. I was spending a fortune on Audible, and now I'm doing it through the library. Sometimes you have to wait, for ones, but it's worth it. The other thing that other people use and have shared with me is podcasts, because again, relationships is what makes us happy. And with podcasts, you're really spending your time with the person or people that are on that podcast. And so it feeds that need for relationship. Some other ways is I had, maybe 6 months ago, my daughter and I did a watch party together. She's in Eugene, Oregon. I'm in Cave Creek, Arizona. And we watched a movie together using Amazon Watch Party. But there's all sorts of different ways that you can do a watch party with friends of yours or family who are distant and you miss. And okay, here it is. 10 ways to watch movies together online. It's easier than you think. So just Google 10 ways to watch movies together online. And look, I practice being better on these videos. So I was watching the newscasters this week, and I've perfected this new move, I hope, of taking my glasses off very elegantly. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? So another thing that you can do, and my family and I used to do this, now we do Zoom calls together once a month. But before that, we were doing conference calls together. So if you have some people in your family who are technologically challenged, and maybe you're technologically challenged, conference calls are pretty easy to put together. And there's freeconferencecall.com. There's a number of ways to do that. You can either do it on your phone, depending on how many people are there. What else? Pets are a great way to feel like you're fostering relationships because they're your fur they're your fur family. So make sure and by the way, you can use some of the technology, introduce your dog to your best friend's dog who lives in a different state, whatever you want to do. The only limit to this is your imagination, but this is some more ways to really feel like you're fostering relationships as well as staying out of your head. You're feeding your mind only what you want more of. And then another thing that I thought of, which is such a need for, is there are places in your community where there are elders. I don't like to call them elderly, elders. And some of them are lonely. So why don't you go visit them? You don't have to impress anybody. They'll be impressed that you just showed up. So that's another way to do it. But just make sure you're not alone with your mind a lot, because unless you're a particularly entertaining individual, you probably don't dwell on the good stuff. You probably dwell on the negative. And remember, you get more of what you focus on. So you want to use all the tools at your hand that you can use to fill your mind with what you want more of, because you get more of what you focus on. And so that's my happiness hack for this week. And I just want to let you know that you deserve to be happy, and it is possible. Bye for now.